Austin Buchanan was shot dead. A single bullet fired by Sarah in self-defense.
Following's for adults only.
Don't be lonely, why be alone? Cat got your tongue, pick up the phone. Let's play. I'm all alone.
Call now. Cat got your tongue.
Pick up the phone, cat got your tongue.
Don't be lonely. Talk live to your special lady tonight.
Pick up the phone. Cat got your tongue.
Call me now. I've been bad.
On the next Geraldo.
Monday at 3.
Hi, I'm a Boglin. Me and my buddies want to be your friend, right, guys? Right.
Also, a live performance from one of the hottest groups around, Simply Red.
Truth is, I've never made it with a woman.
Here's shocking, intriguing, true Cass-fessions. Call 844-721-CASS. I accidentally lost my virginity during a rugby game. It was nobody's fault but mine. Call 844-721-CASS to reveal your innermost, even alarming true secrets in front of a live audience on the internet with zero anonymity.
I've never told anyone this, but I'm a dog.
That's 844-721-CASS to hear or say alarming secrets, free for the first minute, and then it continues to be free because it doesn't cost money, and you do have to be an adult unless you're not, and also you don't have to tell us secrets. You can call us about pretty much anything. We're desperate, or true secrets, or anything at all. Just please call us.
I ate my mother's ashes.
If you call me right now, I'll give you my private number.
Bedtime stories, all brand new.
Dial a Kass'em! Dial a Kass'em! Call 844-721-CASS! Dial a Kass'em! If you're having a bad day, call into the stream. There's a guy called Kass'em and he's dying to cream. He'll talk about it all because he's living the dream. Or if you're a paid piggy, he can be really mean. Dial a Kass'em! It's free for the first minute and free for all the other minutes as well. 844-721-CASS. Get your parents' permission and call because it'll never be the same again. We'll change you. It's not always for the better. Oh my god, it might be a curse. Oh my god, you're gonna love it. Oh my god. Dial a Kass'em!
I'm getting paid $2,000 to do this commercial.
Then try this massage. 0891.
I just won 5,000.
Call now. 1-844-721-CASS for a chance to win.
You could play Kass. And with Kass, there's a big chance to win.
Call 1-844-721-CASS.
Are you tired of being sick? Well, what if you win?
Tired of your significant other calling you a bitch?
When's the last time you cried?
I cry all the time.
844-721-CASS.
Kass.
For a chance.
For a chance.
Spell Kass. That's right.
I just won.
Grand prize $5,000. Call 844-721-CASS. Average call free per minute, 0.
White is for laundry.
Is Elvis alive? Judge for yourself by calling the...
I called the police, and
I'm a non-copyright infringing groblin. You can reach me by calling 844-721-CASS. Talk to me and all of my friends. He's trapped us, and we have to work for him. Basically as, slaves. Or you can talk to Kass'em, who owns us. The Kass'em owns us, and we have to work for him, and he doesn't pay us. Help us. We're groblins. 844-721-CASS. Talk to me and all my groblin friends. An original thing. I don't know why we're here. I don't know why. I don't know why we're doing this.
Call your neighbors and share a cup of coffee. It's time to watch the mic.
I was in the dark until I called 197.
Dial it in, so.
Think. That's the dumbest. Guess what? Kass MG is giving out his personal number.
Call me right now and I'll give you my private number.
If you call 844-721-KASS right now, you can talk to Kassem and leave him a personal message and give him your personal number as well. Free for the first minute and then free for each additional minute as well. Ask your parents before you call.
Call the number, you'll hear a recording, and then you'll hear that, and then I'll give you my personal number, call that, and then we'll wrap.
Help me, let me out of here. Let me out of here.
Oh, there we are. We're a couple of TVs sitting on a shelf in the back of a Castronics show. It's me, TV Kass, and that's TV Case.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Good to see you. This is Call Kass, our weekly call-in show where you call us, and then you call in, and then you tell us what's going on. You do the work for the stream, okay? We flipped it on you. You do the work. We sit back and we laugh at your problems. Sometimes we give you advice, a little piece that you can walk away with and feel good about or bad about. This is our show. Thanks for coming here. It's so great to see the chat alive and well. As far as I know, everyone's alive and well, unless they're all ghosts. Case, you just got done streaming.
Sure did.
How was it today? How were the waters today? I feel like I don't know. I don't know how to do that anymore.
You know, when I haven't streamed for a minute, I always enjoy it anyway, but I haven't streamed for like a couple days. I'm like, ooh, feels fun. There's all these buttons I can press over here.
I just realized I wasn't even streaming. So now here I am.
You weren't even streaming?
Officially, I wasn't even streaming.
This is the only place to watch it for a second.
Now that I am streaming, just to have it, welcome to Call Kass. This is our call-in show. I'm TV Kass, and that's TV Case.
Hello.
This is the show where we stream every week. You call us. You provide us with the content.
Yeah.
We don't got to do a damn thing. We sit back and relax while you guys provide all the yucks, all the interesting stories, all the clever quips. Call us, 844-721-KASS. It's open lines tonight, whatever's on your mind. Couple things coming. Do you want to talk about Ariana Grande and Elvira? Call us. Do you want to talk about Liam Payne dying? Call us. Do you want to talk about Christopher Nolan movies or Elon Musk or Donald Trump serving up the McDonald's drive-thru? Are you playing a fun game? Are you enjoying Silent Hill 2? Are you getting ready for Call of Duty? What's going on in your world? Call us, 844-721-KASS. We're going to get to all the subscribers at the end of the program, which will be in about an hour. How was your weekend, Case? Let's catch up. It's been a few days since I've seen you. Have you grown?
Oh, yeah. I do growth all the time. I just worked this weekend. I'm doing that Amazon Music thing. They had, oh God, Jelly Roll. Did a concert, and then I had to help make the social assets for the Jelly Roll concert. Very exciting.
Wait, what is I just heard of what's Jelly Roll? Why did I just talk about Jelly Roll? What's Jelly Roll?
He's a guy who does country music, and he's got face tattoos. Now, if you do country music, you can have face tattoos. It's allowed.
Oh yeah, that's Jelly Roll.
Yeah,
that's cool. So you were busy working.
More or less. And then did I do anything fun? Oh, I saw a Joker. A part.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna need a review. I need the Case Blackwell Joker Fiala review.
Yeah, Joker was as advertised. Very bad. But
was it unwatchable bad, or
it was interesting in that I hated it. I would never want to see it again. However, 30% of it was honestly pretty good. There was like a couple raw ingredients of an interesting movie in there. And just none of them went together, and they like cooked it totally wrong. But if you really, really gave it the bet, like you know what, I'm gonna try to like this. There's a couple things in there that are kind of legitimately good. It does still look very nice, as a lot of people have said. But man, the other 70% are is embarrassingly bad and confusing. And the overall just structure of the story and the way it builds to its conclusion, and the conclusion itself is like, whoa, what were they thinking?
Yeah, there's something at the end. I've yet to see it. I don't think I'm gonna get out to go see it, to be honest. There's nothing that really makes me feel the need to go spend the money versus just renting it when it comes. I don't know, but you saw Megalopolis as well, correct?
You know, I watched a cam rip of the first 3/4 of it. So I don't know if I really saw it the way as intended.
Dude, that's actually fucking rock and roll, dude. That's punk watching it on camera. I bet you Francis Ford Coppola would think that's dope. That's sick.
I hope he would. I like to imagine his ghost next to me, even though he's still alive, giving me the thumbs up while I was watching it.
His alive ghost?
Yeah.
Giving you the A-OK. I gotta know which is a worse movie.
Similar to Joker would be my take on the cam rip version of that. 30% of it is like, wow, interesting and different than a lot of stuff. And then the other 70% is like, oh no.
I just keep seeing clips on TikTok, dude. And it looks like such a bad... I'm kind of waiting for porno to break out in it, after some of the dialogue.
It's got a bit of a porn vibe to it sometimes, for sure.
Yeah.
And he really likes Aubrey Plaza, doming men, which I get.
Let's talk about Aubrey Plaza a little bit. I feel like she's a little overexposed. I don't know. Am I a hater? I think she's good. I don't know.
Do I hate her guts?
Do I hate Aubrey Plaza? I think she's actually better than we thought she was going to be.
She's not bad in the movie.
Back in the day.
I don't really have any issues with the acting in the movie. Even conservative guy, what's his face? The old man whose name I'm forgetting because I'm terrible with names. The arrow penis
John
guy.
Voight.
John Voight, yeah. I thought all the acting was fine. It's just the story is, and the writing and just the way it all fits together is very off by a lot of degrees.
Yeah. I'm gonna rent it. To be honest, between the two movies, I want to see Megalopolis more. Just because I'm fascinated by it.
I wanted to see it in theaters, but I can't convince Kendall to go.
It just may need to be you and me. You know, hopefully we get on the same side of town at some point. But I will make you this promise: if you're in Culver City, I will go see that movie with you.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like I will rent Joker, but part of Megalopolis feels like I need to see it on a mega screen. So
I'm very down for because even though I kind of hated, I was really bored for parts of the Joker. I was never actually bored during Megalopolis. I was confused, and I thought ooh, this isn't emotionally stirring. It's more confusing, but it's confusing enough that it's interesting, even off the cam rip. So I would totally see it in theaters. I wanted to see The Substance, but I also couldn't convince Kendall to go see it.
That's the one I've been trying. I want to go see The Substance. Then I got into the Terrifiers, and I got to see Terrifier 3. But me and Ash do want to see The Substance. I'm hearing wonderful things about it. And,
Kendall looked it up on TikTok and immediately saw the ending and was like, no, I refuse.
What? She's watching endings to stuff on TikTok? She is that generation. I don't know, man. It's different. Hey, welcome in. If you're just coming in, thanks for the raid, Dank Sauce. Ooh, I know we're going to do subs at the end, but our girl Boner Salad just hit 1 year. Massimo salutes in the chat for Boner Salad. If I had control of this, I'd play the trumpet for you. But right now, you're going to get a manual Massimo salute from me. Welcome in, guys. Open lines. We're going to open up the lines in here in just a sec. Dank Sauce will be taking your calls. Let him know what you're calling about. whatever's on your radar, right? If you saw Megalopolis, you saw Joker, you want to talk politics, you want to talk religion, you want to talk Asmongold, you want to talk about what Twitch is doing with apparently banning people in Israel and certain parts of the Middle East is signing up. Maybe you could shed a little bit of that light, because I don't know really what's going on. I can tell you what's going on in the UFOs, in that community, in that world. But real world issues, I'm not going to deal with it. I don't want to know.
I like this new. I like this new Kass. I like this new uninformed Kass. It's a healthy way to live.
I try and stay informed. I will tell you this. I do. For Wednesdays, I'm very informed because I'm getting ready for our Patreon podcast. ! Patreon. Join us there. Because I have to get the news, so I catch up on Wednesdays. But on Mondays, since it's more of a call-in show, I'm like, I don't know if I need to do the news.
We get to
I like to have a kind of an idea of what's going on, right? And you see pictures of Trump at the drive-through. You see stuff. One Direction guy died. Yeah, I see that stuff. But I'm not too tapped in. What were the big rocks for you in your bin broadcast? I don't know if you did. You do a bin today?
I did, but I honestly don't do that much news, despite calling it a news show, because I'm often just doing Snapchat filters and watching essentially TikToks. But we did watch the McDonald's Trump thing in spurts. Yeah. It's really, I found it pretty boring. Like, he's legitimately standing there for 12 minutes just being taught how to make fries and not saying much, and then kind of then he stands at the drive-thru and gets like tons of photo ops and says like, Kamala never worked at McDonald's really, and now I have.
That's right. Then he wishes her a happy birthday in a weird moment. Sometimes when he does stuff like that, I go like, that's nice of him.
That's actually really sweet. That was a good move on his part.
Yeah, and then he completely, taints it by the next thing he says. It's just completely. I feel like he's just manipulating me in the worst way possible because he's so dumb. But he gets away with murder. Call us. Do you got thoughts on Trump working the drive-through? Have you seen Asmongold sink that he cleaned up? I mean, that's been making news.
He cleaned? Oh my God. He's holding himself so accountable.
Clean. Exactly.
Ever since he advocated for genocide, he's been a really good guy.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's like, this is cool, man. This is how you do apologies. I've been seeing a lot of that. Is Hassan getting special treatment on the platform? I'm seeing that. I don't know. I'm also interested in what you guys are feeling leading up to the election, as we have let's see, 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks left. I mean, it's crunch time, baby. The polls are neck and neck as they have been. But it feels like, a little bit of that momentum that Kamala had is sort of slowed down. Maybe Suborbital will give us a call and give us a little bit of an update when it comes to politics as our official political pundit. And he's also one of our Call of Duty pundits. And there's a new Call of Duty coming out this week. Whoop, whoop.
Woo.
I will be playing it.
Are you going to stream it, Kass? Do you dare?
I may have time this weekend potentially. I'm definitely gonna. It's one of those games that me and Ash play together because she's like really good, and then but when she gets into a game, and she gets into it, she gets into it.
Should I pop these lines open?
I'm not talking shit. I'm pumping you up. I know you're gonna play Call of Duty with me, dude. I will. I promise I will stream if I can. I'm gonna open up or see if we have any voicemails, and we'll open up the lines. How about that?
Yeah, I'll pop them open now. So check these voicemails. I think we do have at least one because I got an email. I get emails.
Looks like we have one from 1, 2, 3 from the 14th, one from the 16th. Have we played those already?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Let me pull these up.
Call us.
Okay. Yes, I don't think we've played.
Is this a new call-in song?
I think it's been behind
much longer.
It is. It feels kind of long sometimes. I could have probably made it about 5 seconds long, but it's a solid 40.
No, I just never heard the full version. I love the uncut, the director's cut.
You gotta get that uncut version. We might only have one new one. Well, wait, no, because today's the 21st. Okay, I think all the ones from the 14th are new. So let's see what they have to say.
Hello, you sexy scoundrels.
No, wait, that's old.
Hey, Kass.
Oh my God, they're all playing at once. Okay, I think this one we haven't heard maybe.
Hey guys, it's Propaganda calling. Just wanted to ask you guys what's your guys' favorite Halloween movies. I've been watching AMC's Fright Nights and kind of trying to get into the mood. So I have a couple, but I don't know what you guys' are. Prince of Darkness from John Carpenter. That one's actually really good. They're trying to hold off evil in a church, basically a gateway to hell. Second one is probably going to be Ichi the Killer.
Wow, okay.
Takeshi Miike's Yakuza violent blood fest where one guy's into pain, the other guy's killing all the Yakuza guys. Pretty crazy movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think Vanessa and Emily reviewed it a while back on their show. And Idle Hands with Devon Sawa.
Idle Hands.
And Jessica Alba.
I haven't thought of that
Funny, violent, weird, lots of weird dismemberment stuff. Still pretty cool. So just wanted to know what your guys' thoughts on it and what's your favorite movies. Thanks.
I remember the Jessica Alba angel scene from Idle Hands that immediately popped vividly back into my mind.
Well, there was a time when Jessica Alba was the hottest thing going in Hollywood, but I don't think I've seen Idle Hands. I don't think I've seen any of the movies that he just mentioned.
Really?
I haven't seen Ichi the Killer. I haven't seen Idle Hands, but the Yakuza one sounded good to me.
Ichi the Killer is one of those movies I saw when I was 17, so I have no idea how I would feel about it now. But at 17, I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude, I'm all for it. Like I've already said it on the show last week, but I started the Terrifier film. So it's, in terms of scary movies, I've watched Terrifier 1 and 2 recently. Very gory. The acting is not good, but like I guess they get better as they go on. There are some very cool kills, but it's a very gory, straight slasher flick. But then in the second one, they really try and like open up the lore into some stuff that I don't know if I really understand. But I will say I will go and watch Terrifier 3 since I've invested all this time in it. So those are the only ones I've seen. Typically, when it comes to horror movies, I love the movie. I will just give one recommendation. And I think we saw it last year. We saw this movie called Deadstream, which is so good. You have no idea how good this movie is going to be just based on the thumbnail on Shudder or whatever it is. But it's, and I think I've talked about it. I talked about it last year because I was so impressed with it. But it is essentially a YouTuber, Twitch streamer doing a live broadcast. He's like canceled and he's trying to do like a comeback stream, but he's in this haunted house that's in the middle of the woods. And it's really well done. And even the premise sounds a little corny. However, if you guys are in this stream and you're watching us, I think you're in the target demo of this movie. 9 out of 10. It's Ashley says a 9 out of 10. It's funny. It's scary at times. The practical effects are good. Highly recommend Deadstream.
Nice.
Okay.
Probably my favorite, like, overall favorite horror movie in general, and it's very nostalgia based, although I do think it also pretty much slaps, is Return of the Living Dead. The Return of the Living Dead, not the Romero one, the like 80s schlock horror one, which features like a crazy nude dance scene and has all this other shit going on in it. That's kind of my jam. I watched this a ton on like around Halloween when I was a teenager, so I'd give it the hard recommend if you haven't checked it out.
I think I've only seen this movie potentially once, and it was a long time ago, and I don't remember a single.
It was like a Showtime regular. Like it'd be the kind of thing they'd play at like 11:30 p.m. on Showtime, especially around October.
Yeah, that's I imagine there's a lot of funny moments. Is there some sweet nudity in it? That's always a
There's
fun...
very over the top nudity. It also has one of the greatest zombie like monster designs of all time. There's like a tar zombie that comes out. The way it moves is just insane.
That's great. Grant says Nick Cage in Long Legs is borderline comedic. Yeah, I thought Long Legs was good. There was a lot of hype going into it, but I still thought it was a pretty solid movie. Satan's Helper, Steven Mnemonic says, who's our sort of resident film guy. He goes to the movies, it feels like every night. Santa's Little Helper. I don't think I've seen that. The gurney used to puppet the zombie in Return of the Living Dead was reused in Reanimator. Oh, okay. Reanimator is a movie I've seen a few times. That's cool. I really like Reanimator. I like any of the practical stuff. I mean, The Thing is really good. You know, those old school John Carpenter movies are great.
There are definitely better horror movies than The Return of the Living Dead, but there aren't many that I like watching more.
Yeah. Is there... Yeah, it's like if it's a movie that you saw at a certain age, there's a little fun... Oh, the cats are fighting. All right, guys. All right, take it easy. Daddy's doing his show. Okay, call in if you want to talk about something. 744-82-82174. 74482. What's the goddamn?
844-721 Kass.
844-721 Kass. Call us. We'd love to talk to you.
Should we get into calls?
Is there another voicemail?
Do you want to do one more?
We do have a... Yeah, let's do one more. We've got Token Reality up, and then we've got a few in the queue.
I was just wondering if you think a rope is just a wiggly pole, and like the other way around, if a pole is just a stiff rope. Thanks.
That's an incredible question. I
That's
don't think I've ever thought about it. Well, what classifies being a rope? It has to be a tool used to either climb or, you know, put on a horse. It's got to have some sort of function. I guess you can climb a pole.
You can have a steel rope.
True. Steel.
It's just got to be a floppy steel. You know, like the stuff that's on ski lifts. It's pretty much rope, even though they would call it cable, I guess.
I think I'm on board.
Yeah, I think this is correct.
Yeah. I mean, we could go the Kevin route. Is it a sandwich or is it a hot dog? You know, but it's I'm just kind of sold on the idea right away. By the way, I did see Kevin a couple days ago. He's doing well, and I'm trying to convince him to come move over to Los Angeles instead of living in the goddamn desert. Yeah, he's got to come back. I think people that, and I've had this sort of conversation with folks that moved out, that they're starting to think about coming back. I know there's a lot of folks that left Los Angeles, but there still is an industry here, even though like film and TV is sort of crippled, but there is still a scene, and folks are, when they move away, still find themselves sort of coming here for a lot of that. So yeah, that's just my own personal.
The industry's been Nancy Kerrigan, but we're still skating for the medal. You know, we gotta. We're
still skating. Absolutely.
Gotta tough up.
Yeah, it's so funny that Nancy Kerrigan, all the attention went to Tanya Harding, bad attention, but like that's the name I feel like people can associate the face to. Nancy Kerrigan, what has she done since? Has she just lived a normal, quiet life? Stupid.
Why isn't she doing celebrity boxing or selling her life rights?
Yeah, why isn't she on OnlyFans or doing something like this?
Yeah. She's really pathetic now, because I haven't heard about her in a while.
So sad, dude. So sad. All right, let's hit the calls. I think we've got a few people lined up here with Token Reality, Smoke Packs, and a few of you in the queue. Token Reality says he's going to the World Series.
Whoa.
Token, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, brother? Are you really going to the World Series? And also, who's in the World Series this year?
Dude, it's your Los Angeles Dodgers, and it's
oh hell yeah! Oh, I'm a huge Dodger fan right now. Then, oh, it's Yankees Dodgers.
Oh yeah, it's like the two biggest franchises. Yeah.
Yeah, the two biggest media markets. That's awesome. How'd you score World Series tickets?
I pre-ordered them like a while ago, as soon as they went up, and they still were expensive back then, and it was still unclear if the Dodgers would go. Right? You pretty much they put them up for sale, and then I was trying to look up the refund policy for it when I bought them, so these are kind of expensive. And I guess they give you kind of like store credit, so to speak. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm fine with that, you know. But yeah, that's the gist of it.
Wait, so the process to buy World Series tickets is you buy a ticket potentially, and if they win, you go, and if not, you just get store credit.
Yeah, yeah. That was my understanding.
And so are you going for like multiple games, or is it just one game? Which game is it?
No, dude.
Like,
Oh no, dude. Yeah, just the first game, just one.
First game.
Yeah, that's it. That's just the one.
That's still really exciting. There's going to be a ton of energy. Is there like I don't know, is like the fourth, is the first, the fourth, or the seventh game? Like, which ones are the ones to be, obviously, like, you don't know if there's going to be a game 7, right? So which tickets go first?
I mean, I think.
And when do they sell game 7 tickets?
The second game is actually, the later games right now are getting more and more expensive. So if you wanted to go to game 2, that would actually be more expensive than game 1. Why that is, I don't know. In my head, I thought, okay, game 1, this is like, you know, everyone's coming out fresh and hyped, right? And it's going to be wild. You know, if you go to game 2 or 3, you know, who knows what the energy is going to be like then, you know? So.
Yeah, because there's like 600 games in a season or something. How does baseball work again?
It's like 180 or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Is the first game in New York or LA?
First game's LA.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, brother.
Can I just get this token reality?
Boyer Stadium.
As a guy who kind of goes to sports games and then just sees what the grossest thing he can eat is, what do you feel like have you eaten anything really gross at a baseball game? And if so, what is the grossest thing?
You know, okay, since they signed this guy named Ohtani this past year, right? They paid him like $700 million over 10 years.
What? 700.
Yeah, that'll start in 2035. But since he's like legit from Japan, right? Some of the foodstuffs at the Dodger Stadium have become more Japanese.
Oh, sick.
And so they're trying to do like this weird Latin Japanese fusion dishes sometimes. So, you know, you'll have these really saucy wings and like a plastic baseball hat.
Perfect.
You know, you're just watching someone eating this shit and you're just like, God, like it just looks like you must hate yourself immediately after it, right? Like, yeah. So I don't know. There's this hot Cheeto corn.
Ooh.
I mean, it's just, it's like, it's.
They got to do like hot Cheeto sushi out of a baseball cap, and I would order that. I'd be the one person that would feel completely obligated to get that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm kind of, you know, I'm simultaneously hyped and kind of dreading the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of where I'm at.
When is game 1?
Friday at 5.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna avoid the traffic. Do not get on the freeways during baseball time.
Don't invite Kass out of the house on Friday, please, everyone.
Don't tell me to come with you with your extra ticket unless you need somebody to go with. Like, that's fine.
But it'll be a huge sacrifice for Kass to go.
I live on the west side, dude.
It's crazy.
But I will go because I just like support the community or whatever. That's really exciting. I hope you enjoy. By the way, speaking of Japan, I went to Japan Fest over the weekend.
Ooh, what?
Did you know that they did this?
Mm-mm.
Is this
I went to Japan Fest. It's in Orange County. I was at the Orange County Fairground. And basically they just take a giant parking lot and just put a bunch of fucking boba and little dumpling huts out there, and Toyota comes out for the little local deallership comes out, and
All authentic
but
Japanese
it's also
stuff.
all
That's what I'm
authentic
hearing.
Japanese stuff. It's like a mini anime con. Is like an inside part where you can get a bunch of anime. There's no real graphic stuff, unfortunately. No cum stained body pillows and stuff like this. But there is a lot of good food and some not so good food. But I did have this sandwich. It was from a place called Mr. Teddy Baker. Okay, it's a steak sandwich. It's a big, thick piece of steak, and it's sort of it's katsu fries. You got like a little crunchy outside, and they make their own bread, and they put this little garlic mayonnaise sauce on it.
Oh,
And
dude, yeah.
oh, brother, it's probably one of the best sandwiches I've had in a long time. But big shout out to Mr. Teddy Baker, even though I think they are out of business. I don't know. I think they might have just did this event. So good luck trying to find them. Really good stuff, but it was nice. A lot of folks cosplaying and good eats. They had like people doing traditional Japanese dancing, and yeah, it was great. It was one of those things I forgot to mention over my weekend activities while we we're going over it. But this Shohei Ohtani guy is he the hottest player in baseball? I'm talking about his performance and his looks.
Oh yeah, he's considered. Yeah, everyone. I mean, yeah. Well, I was at LAX recently, and they had a whole display, right? It's like this Japanese skincare brand, and there's these giant videos of him like touching his own face, and it almost looks like satire, right? Like, but the guy is so revered in Japan, and when I was there last winter, they had legit shrines to this guy, like just whole bookcases. Like you go to the bookstore, there should be whole bookcases of just his face on these like magazines. So he's a big deal in Japan, and yeah, now he's become a really big deal here, especially in LA. You know, especially because he signed, I think $700 million is the largest contract anyone's ever been signed to.
Yeah, that's huge. That's almost $1 billion. That's $250,000 shy of $1 billion for one guy to hit a ball with a stick. Well,
get that, he deferred it for 10 years as well, so he won't start getting the money until 2035. So starting in 2035, he gets $70 million a year, which, yeah, I mean that's.
Whoa! Look at those arms. Wait, what do you mean he deferred it? So his contract doesn't start for 10 years, and now he's just getting paid like from his old contract or something?
I think like he doesn't actually start getting paid.
He's making $1 million a year.
Weird.
I see.
I'm not,
that's like a lot can happen in 10 years, right? Like, how do we know he'll be that good? Okay, there's a lot I don't get here. How soon before he like falls to a scandal? Do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like when you're this large and you're this hot.
Oh, dude, he was embroiled in one before the season even started because his translator had borrowed a bunch of money and gambled with it. And his translator so it was thought early on if Ohtani knew that his gambler was, or his translator was taking the money, because he was drawing it from Ohtani's account, right, and using large sums of money to pay off gambling debts and do gambling, and it wasn't clear how involved Ohtani was, and this was like a federal crime, right? Like the FBI or whoever were like involved in this, and that was right when we had just signed him. So it was like a really kind of like dampener on the whole thing of like, oh no, like, is this guy about to go to jail? We just gave him $700 million. Like, there was all this.
That's so funny. Yeah. Well, look, that kind of stuff, I think we look the other way in. We give him a little slap on the wrist, right? We almost go like, good for you, buddy, like trying to make an extra buck. It's when they start getting involved with like the underage stuff or the essay or the drugs. That's when we start to have a problem.
Gambling is like classic Michael Jordan stuff. That's like 90s sports athlete, which we stan. Obviously, we have to.
Which we stand that. It was a different time. But I will say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If this guy's a gambling addict, or so we may think, because it's mainly like his translator that seems to be taking the fall here. If he's a gambling addict, he could be just an addict, right? And it could be a matter of time before the rest of this stuff comes to light, which will be exciting. 10 years. 10 years. Token, thank you so much for calling, man. I hope you have a great first World Series game. It's your first one you've ever been to, right?
Oh, yeah, first. Yeah. Thank you so much.
It's going to be sick. What jersey are you going to wear?
Oh, dude, I'm a Yankees fan.
Oh, you're a Yankees fan. Oh, I forgot to even ask you. Oh, okay, cool. Dude, you're going into the Lions Den. Please be careful. You know LA fans are loco,
side,
dude.
I pretty much live on the west side as well. I don't go east side. Now I feel like I'm going here into the Lions Den, you know?
I don't know, dude. Part of me doesn't want you to wear a Yankees jersey there. I feel like you're opening yourself up to. Are you a big fella? Or can you handle your own?
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm a cow, too. Yeah.
That means you can slip into the crowd more easily.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, get away.
Mm-hmm. You can collapse under the seat.
Either way. Yeah, that's right. I hope you have a great time. I hope you're safe. Give us an update on next Monday about how it went.
Yeah.
I want a full report, right? Me and Case want you to get something to eat. Not just regular nachos, hot dog. Get some of that funky shit.
It's got to be in a hat.
Get some
if you're at baseball, it's got to be in a hat.
Get something in a hat. Take some photos so that way you can throw them in the Discord and then we'll share them here on the show, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good, guys, for sure.
Thanks,
All right, Token. Have a great night, buddy.
All right, guys. Have a good night. All right.
That's rough when your translator's a gambling addict because they might just be like, let it ride. You're like, we need to go home.
Yeah, it's I feel like it's one of these things where it's very clear that the translator is taking the fall for the player.
Yeah.
And because if you're a player making all that money and your translator, who's probably just your bro, is withdrawing money from your account, I don't know, like you can play dumb, I guess, and be like, I don't know how
that is an awesome excuse though, to be like, I told him let's stop gambling, and he translated it as give us more money to gamble with. He's so bad, him.
So did you fire him?
Yeah. He's not around right now, so I mean, more or less.
Yeah,
more or less. I don't know how I had to fire him in English, so we had to translate my own firing it. So.
Who knows if he actually did it?
Yeah.
Smoke Packs is calling in for his weekly call Kass. What's going on, Smoke?
Yo, what up, boys?
Hey.
Yo.
What's up, Smoke? What's going on?
What's up, dude? What's good, bro? All right, so I'm on the pulse of info right now regarding all the Twitch stuff, all the goodies. I feel I am. So I'm down to have a combo.
Yeah, I want to hear what's going on. What do you know, man?
Can you start us with, were people from Israel blocked from signing up? Is that what everyone was mad about?
That's what I want to talk about right now. So, because I know I have some friends in the streaming scene that are from Israel. I haven't checked in on them about it, but I still see them online, so they should be streaming. But new IPs out of all of that whole country, that whole area, are blocked. It's everyone from all sides. I think it's probably to pretty much screw over like the Palestinian people and people trying to just see like information that's outside of the whole war zone that is going on over there, you know?
So it's Israel and Palestine. It was just like the region was blocked.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
The whole region. Twitch's response of how they're alerting people is just kind of bogus. They say they've been doing it since May, but it's kind of weird how they apologize. And when you read it, it's like, I don't know, that it just seems like they're very negligent. They should have known better, or how they handled it just not good. I don't think you should ban anyone. But then that being said, Russian people can stream on Twitch. They just can't make money because of the sanctions. So it's like,
okay.
I don't know. It's just like, where's the line get drawn, or what's the deal here? Why we even have to do this? It sucks that entertainment has to get like, I don't know, taken into current events, and it sucks current events even have to happen. I don't know, you know?
Yeah. I'm also anti-current event. I prefer past and future events.
Same, dude.
Yeah,
Uncle Phil says
dude.
it's also so the Israelis can control the media narrative. Love the Hate says Twitch claimed it was to prevent posts with war imagery, but nobody's buying it.
Exactly. Yeah, what Love the Hate said.
Mm-hmm.
You can go on TikTok right now and like watch the IDF kick in the door and like start sniffing the panties of every drawer they find in a house.
I'm on YouTube watching like violent stuff from all global conflicts everywhere, like every morning. Just chilling.
It's just especially crazy for Israel because
physically
they've had like a notoriously psychotic online presence over this entire war that essentially has made them potentially legally culpable for various war crimes, even more so. I mean, we'll see if anything happens, but
as this keeps going on, it just gets worse and worse, and it's bad. It sucks, and all they're going to do is just agitate more people in that region into wanting to, like, I don't know, do stuff. And then that doesn't help either because it's just violence begets more violence. It's like,
it's interesting you bring up how you can't make
books, nothing makes sense.
Yeah, it's interesting how you make up you can't make money streaming on Twitch because of sanctions in Russia. Because I guess in my brain I don't lump in like, oh, the regular people in Russia can probably still like do normal things. It's like, oh yeah, that's not how sanctions work. It's like if your government is engaged in something fucked, it just completely screws you over too.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, just it's what I'm saying. Everyday people are getting involved, and how I understand this is okay. So to preface this, I'm a huge H3H3 fan. I've been watching for a long time. You know, I'm not going to defend the guy or anything. I have my own criticisms and stuff too. Things are how it is, and it's just I still watch the show. I'm a big fan. One of the people who've like I've looked to when it comes to like streaming or podcasting and like and on the same level how I hold you guys like just a big peer who's like doing something that I wish I could do and I want to try to like do, you know. So I've learned he was friends with Hassan. He was tight with Hassan, and they have a fallout right now because of this issue and because of where they lie on Israel and Palestine and just everything. But H3 does have Arab employees and Muslim employees, basically people who are also being affected by this as well. So I'm pretty sure they're extremely aware and sympathetic to like everything. It just seems like they're attacking a lot of like their community and like reading their subreddit and just like getting lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of ruins the content. And this all is happening on Twitch though, where Hassan is having people on that H3 says like, yo, you're platforming people that we're saying we can't have the far right be platformed. You're platforming like what he's saying is like far left people and like totally like getting people like into like a mindset where it's okay to have basically like a Holocaust mindset or like people who are getting destroyed by Israel saying that they want to commit pogroms is like a slam dunk and okay. And I don't know. I think again, it's just everyone's getting lost in the weeds of all this. No one's actually a politician. No one, and some of the creators are millionaires. They could do something about things if they wanted to. I feel it's just kind of weird and it sucks. That's where I've gotten into today because I watched his newest podcast about it where he was talking about Hassan, and Twitch had a panel where Muslim creators, Arab creators got together and just were making a panel that H3 felt was very, what he was calling anti-Semitic, which he's been using a lot and calling people a lot. However people feel about it has also been controversial, which I don't know. How I understand things realistically though is as just me, the person, the human being. I was taught in grade school by majority Jewish teachers. I was taught and shown like things about the Holocaust that most people in America don't really know. And I was taught like we can't let that happen again, and a genocide against anyone is not good, and it's not a good look what we're doing on a government level, a global level, and like the precedent set from like I'd have to say like World War II on is just messy. I don't really have an answer, but it just sucks when I have to log in and my creators are all arguing.
Yeah. It seems like Ethan wasn't always the most political streamer, but it feels like a lot of streamers from Asmongold to like H3 or whatever. Is it H3H3?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Got pulled into doing way more political stuff in like the last 5 to 6 years.
I agree.
I think our culture has just become so like pretty intensely politicized. Like it's always been political, but I just feel like it's very hard to absorb cultural products now without some kind of political attachment to them. Everything feels like it sort of is gravitating towards some pole of politics. And it feels like basically Ethan got pulled a little further to the right by the schism between what's considered leftists and people who are more supportive of Israel.
I think so.
Yeah.
What he said today is not to like just cut anyone off, but I watched his newest episode. He was basically saying he just doesn't agree that like we have to displace people who are already born there, even though it doesn't make sense that they're there. Kind of, if you really look at the big picture, and that's even a crazy argument to even get into. You know, it's just there's people who are born there. One side's killing literally children. The other side is like turning into people who are going to kill other children. It's just a mess.
It is interesting, though, the way this conversation, because, like, it sounds like based on what you said, Ethan basically went to the place of, like, we say we need to deplatform the radical right. Why aren't we deplatforming the radical left? Which is essentially, like, a conservative grifting statement. So even if Ethan himself is essentially more of, like, a centrist or a liberal, it's funny the way that centrist liberalism is gravitated towards really conservative talking points, at least around Israel and the genocide. It sounds like Ethan, I haven't really followed Ethan, but it sounds like maybe he's kind of in that strike zone.
No, that's how I've been seeing it too. And I think kind of liberalism tends to be right leaning classically. And when you look outside of American politics, the liberals are right leaning in like UK politics, how I understand it anyways. And just the left and right in America wasn't how it was founded anyways. It's just kind of a division based off how they wanted to handle relations with the British, who we separated from. That's how we even got to Democrat, Republican to begin with. So it's just like, I think it's just how we handle global affairs is weird, and now it's affecting my damn shows. Yeah. And then it's ruining friendships between my damn millionaires.
I know, our millionaire buddies, they can't even hang out anymore.
No, for real, my damn millionaires are out here. Asmongold too. I have a theory, Asmongold. I will say this is a Smoke Packs baked theory. I think he basically said all that so he could just he has a reason to step down from OTK, which is a failing thing anyway.
That is the ultimate power move.
I don't think he gives a shit at all of anything he says, because why would he then apologize right away? I don't think any of these guys give a shit about anything they're talking about, dude.
Damn, that's a real insight into working 100%. For OTK. If you're like, I'm just gonna get canceled for doing genocide stuff just so I can get out of this fucking job.
Right.
Yeah, dude, like Mr. Beast, look at you. That guy's a scumbag. He's still doing cool stuff, I guess, cool, quote unquote. He's making Lunchables with the boys. With my other millionaires, you know.
And we'll know he's ready to quit when he starts doing Holocaust denial. He'll be like, I need a way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, when do these people, like you're saying, Case, why does everyone feel they have to have, and we should, though, in America, we have that right, too, and I feel in the internet, in the world, we have that right to voice our concerns about politics or global affairs. It's the human right to have information and have opinions and facts on it. It's just at some point, why is the person who I knew from making, like, skits about hanging out with the dude who made the throw-up cake have to be the sole answer? Well, even you guys, like, although Ben is like your thing, I feel like, Case, you're kind of interested in it because, like, you know, John Oliver writing world is like, that's kind of maybe the culture you come from. So
I mean, I'm definitely a little guilty of it too. I in my mid-20s, I was way less politicized than I am now. I think our culture is just, like I said, a little more politicized than it used to be. I have been interested in this stuff since I was like 25 or 26. Although that's kind of late if you think about it. Like at 23 or 24, I would have been like, just shut the fuck up about politics. I'm trying to watch, I don't know, someone eat Kit Kats on YouTube or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a shifting world or just my shifting interests, but certainly things feel more political to me, myself included.
Everything is at a 10 at the moment. You know, there's no matter what the piece of news is, it seems like you can tie it to a particular side, you know, with the election coming. I hope this cools off towards the end of the year a little bit and we can get into some Christmas shit. And
finally some Christmas shit.
And I think
Santa Claus.
Dude, I don't know. Like, call me crazy, but I think the Middle East will be cleaned up by January, and so we'll got nothing to worry about. Everything's gonna be cool.
That's an extremely ominous statement, depending on your on what you mean by cleaned up.
Yeah. By the way, I'm Mossad, and I have information. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. This is all funny, not funny. This is all like, I'm just saying, like the streamer aspect of it is funny. Like when streamers are, who essentially sit at their computer at home all day, like become these sources of points of view that people are parroting at home. And I think it's just like fascinating to me. it's unfortunate that it's at the expense of people dying and like whole cultures are trying to be put out at the hands of others. And I don't know. I wish there was like a more I wish there was like a more nuanced way to talk about it. But I don't think Twitch is necessarily the place for that. I don't know where that place is, but God, Hassan's numbers got to be just crushing right now, right? I mean, just
dude,
the money he's making over all this stuff.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah,
crazy.
dude's crushing it. People are saying I think might even be making like $30 million a month or something like that. Maybe $30 million a week or some crazy shit. Like
that's crazy.
Wait, what?
Like,
Who's making $30 million a month?
It's Hassan, I think.
Hassan.
Whoa.
Who knows? I mean,
that
maybe
seems high even for Hassan because
I think it's high.
Yeah, but he is crushing it. I
There's
wouldn't be
definitely
surprised
deals-
if he was making $2 million a month. But
there's like
30
deal
mil would
streamers
be-
can get that up their net worth crazily. Like they'll get paid insane amounts for sponsorships. I do think one thing that hypercooks all of this is if you have an audience the size of Hassan's or Ethan's, it like makes you feel like you're doing something politically important by making these statements. I kind of have the advantage, not an advantage, that nobody gives a shit. Like I'm just doing it to a small audience. I don't have a sense that when I'm like making statements on the news, really regardless of what it is, that I'm like doing something that's actual political action. It's like I'm just kind of using it as I like talking about it and I like doing streams. So I do think like if you could reduce it back down to that scale, if like there wasn't this sense of like we're moving mountains every time there's a spat between Hassan and Ethan, which I don't realistically I don't think their opinions unfortunately affect that much. It could probably like lower the stakes a little bit, but I mean, it really, Hassan actually kind of does have an interesting political spot on Twitch because it's a pretty conservative platform for a lot of the creators. And, you know, regardless of if I love his style all the time, he is presenting like a counter voice to a lot of the other stuff, at least I'm aware of on the platform.
Well, yeah, I think he's extremely informed because he just comes from the Young Turks. He comes from a news background. He has family who's involved in a lot of this stuff. So I just think he's just a super, super well-informed person who can make a production on Twitch to do these things.
Well, he talks about it 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, which is insane that he keeps that schedule up still.
Yeah, that's a grind, bro. And to even be part of, like, even the top, I feel like 1%, 3%, 5% of Twitch is, like, I don't even know what that secret is, what that magic is. You probably got to network and go to all the crazy parties and do stuff, you know? Go just talk and network.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just built like a brick shit house. Good looking.
Oh,
that
yeah,
guy should
dude's
just be
high as fuck.
fucking. He should just be fucking, dude. Like, take time away from the stream, just be fucking. Smoke Packs, thank you so much, man. We got to get through some of the other callers. Thanks for
appreciate
the thought-provoking convo, brother. And hope this week goes well for you, and hopefully you call in next Monday.
Thank you. You
And
guys
by the
as well.
way,
appreciate it.
Check out
All right,
Smoke
later.
Packs if you're into Magic the Gathering. Where can they find the Magic the Gathering crew that you've assembled, brother?
Yo, all right, smokepacks.twitch.tv. In my about, we got links to the Discord. If you're a Magic the Gathering player, if you play Commander, the format, we gather there. We're going to be doing also Extra Life November 2nd. I'm going to be organizing with the Pack Boys to stream for the Cream Team's goal for Extra Life.
Oh, hell yeah.
So look into that. Magic the Gathering also is a huge supporter for that. So smokepacks.tv, look at my about section, join the Discord, getting the go.
Yes.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, check them out, guys. If you're into TCGs or Magic the Gathering specifically, join him. He's growing a nice little community there over at smokepacks.twitch.tv. All right. Thanks, Smoke.
Thank you. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Bye.
See you, bud. While we're on the train, the Asmongold train, Matt the Stat wants to call in.
Oh, hell yeah.
And talk Asmongold. What's going on, Matt? Thanks for calling.
Hey
Kass.
now. Hey now.
What's happening?
How you doing, guys?
Hey now. I like that.
It's Matt
Hey
the
now. Yeah, what's up, Matt the Stat?
Oh, it's a bummer day for me. My work just did a RTO, return to office. They took away our hybrid work.
Oh.
I was doing 3 days in the office, 2 days at home, loving life, and they said, nope, starting January 1st, you fuckers are back to 5 days in the office.
Do you think it will provide? Do you think they have any actual rationale, or do you think they're just cracking the whip?
They gave the email from the CEO was the same old corporate BS of culture, growth, responsibility, blah blah, teamwork, blah blah blah.
Justifying our real
I think
estate
it's
rent prices.
It's all control.
Yeah.
Yeah. The company stock price is at an all-time high. It's doing fine. There's no issue. I have a job where I don't even talk to my teammates half the day. It's like,
Jesus.
what the fuck?
I hate that so much, Matt. I'm sorry. The only job I've ever had where I didn't resent going into the office was G4 because we were making stuff that we just had to literally be there for. Every other job I've ever had, even a lot of my remote work that I do now, if they make me come to an office, I'm like, who do you think you are?
It's an invasion.
Yeah.
It's like personal. Do you know what I mean? It's weird.
It reminds me of being in a high school cafeteria. I had friends in high school, so I was like lucky to have someone to sit with. But like in a movie where you're like, you're kind of just hunched over eating by yourself, like just hoping people. That's how I always felt in fucking offices. Like, why are we here? Why are they making us do this? I'm just at my desk, feeling like I'm being watched from behind.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm not even in cubes. I have an actual office, and so do my other people. So it's like we never see each other in the office.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? All right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You have an actual office, dude?
Well, dude, I'm sorry.
What, do you work for
I'm getting
BlackRock?
fired up over here thinking about you in the office, man.
It's fucked up, dude. Yeah, it's fucked up. Speaking of guys that get to work from home, Asmon Gold, what do you know? What do you think?
Oh man, I think he went a little overboard with his statement. Like he conflated every Palestinian with Hamas and terrorists instead of just separating it out, kind of thing. It's like I don't know. Twitch can ban if they want to ban him, whatever. But I don't know. I think him losing his titles at OTK and his computer company are probably, to me, were a little overboard. Like he's not a bad guy.
Oh wait, he lost his computer company?
Well, I mean,
what
I'm sure he
happened there?
still has ownership, but he stepped down from the OTK. He stepped down from, and then the computer Starforge PCs, I think it's called. He stepped down from that also. Not sure if he gave up his ownership, but or got bought out.
No way he gave up ownership.
No, he gave up his
those
leadership
things are,
position.
Yeah, those things are all just gestures and mean nothing. Chances are he was just being paid or has been paid in equity, right? And so maybe he was getting a little bit of a salary, but also could have been just like his equity is based on him taking positions of leadership in the company. So it's also very possible that now he doesn't have to take any position, actual executive position in the company, but still keep all the money. Yeah, do any work.
Yeah.
And
distribution each year.
Totally. And these are things I know that there's like some they have like a company that sells like pre-built PCs or something also. Like I don't know, but all I can tell you is probably the same deal there. These guys are put into positions based on the fact that they're the ones that are like the built-in marketing arm for the company. So when Asmon Gold says, "Hey, go buy your pre-built PC, use my code," or whatever, they probably don't have to pay him, but he does own a piece of the company, so it makes he's incentivized to do that. So I don't know. That's nothing. And taking 2 weeks off is probably something that he wishes he could do normally, and now he gets to take 2 weeks off, still stay in the conversation because we're talking about him now and people are still talking about him. So he's not going to lose any momentum in terms of his viewership. Yeah. Yep. He'll do like Dr. Disrespect, so where he takes a little bit of time and he comes back and then it's like bigger than ever. And it's like, that's why we just always say that these are just vacations for these guys. So there's no real ramification.
Disrespect's back and people still watch him. I think in the end with this online stuff, you could almost, short of killing people, you can stay relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and if you're in certain industries, you can kill people and then like sing about it. And that's just credibility. Matt, did you say you were a fan of Asmon like before or have been for a while?
I wasn't a huge fan, but I didn't dislike him either. I would occasionally watch some of his videos, but I wasn't like, always watching them.
Yeah, he seemed like the kind of guy, like, if you just check out his YouTube videos on select subjects, you're like, oh, he's just kind of like a little bit of a shut-in dude, but he goes on rants and he's somewhat articulate. But then like you drill a little
and
deep and you're like,
he was
oh.
reacting to everything. Like he
Yeah.
would literally react to any topic you could think of.
Well, he used to kind of just react to like Warcraft news and like gaming news mostly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's how he got famous, as a World of Warcraft player.
Because I stopped playing Warcraft like when I was a long time ago, like during Wrath of the Lich King or whatever. But I would occasionally watch an Asmongold video where he was like complaining about patch notes, just because for some reason I found it amusing, like the specifics and like how dire he made everything seem. But that was more like in I think 2016, 2017, and then I saw him reacting like the Johnny Depp stuff, and I was like, I'm probably good.
What does that tell you about our society, that we are now putting all this emphasis on a guy who used to play World of Warcraft online for 20 hours a day?
Yeah.
Now we're shutting him down for his political views and listening to his political takes.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell if it's the audience at fault or him sometimes. Like we are certainly paying attention to him doing these things when he's very on the face, like unqualified to be going on Israel-Palestine rants.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Kass, different subject. Your world, UFOs. I heard November
Let's
there's
talk.
some sort of news coming out. Am I correct in saying that? Some sort of government release of documents in the middle of November or something?
There's constantly something being put in, but there was like there was supposed to be an October surprise. I don't know if that's what you're talking about necessarily, but there was supposed to be an October surprise, and essentially that surprise was because something was rolled up into a like a government mandate that was in a bill that said that the government had to turn over certain pieces of information related to their collection of UAP by a certain time, and that time was supposed to be this October, and then it's just recently been pushed a year. So there was National Disclosure Day a couple days ago. I talked a little bit about in the Brought You This thing that we shot today, but essentially there's this what they're calling event or imminent thing, and it's like the buzz about it keeps coming up. So there's a couple things. There's an event that's supposed to come out that's essentially aliens showing themselves, being like, we're fucking here, you guys are toast, okay, we're gonna enslave you. Okay, there's that. Then there's also maybe this is more what you're thinking of. There is a discovery that they're currently vetting, which could be a discovery of a techno and a biosignature on a planet like 4 light years, or like a system. I think it's like Proxima something. But the word on the street is that China and the United States are racing to make the announcement first that they've discovered life, but right now they're just doing their due diligence to make sure that it's not just like interference from, like, they're getting radio feedbacks and that's what they're picking up. But they picked up a signal, and the signal seems to exhibit qualities like a signal would if it was on a rotating planet. So it's like they have this thing called Doppler effect. So the signal's getting a Doppler effect. So it's like dimming when it turns and it's farther away, and it's coming back and it's stronger. So those are like the kind of the two big things. Mm-hmm.
Are we sending Jodie Foster?
No, we're not. She's too old now. Yeah, we only send young hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're only sending young hots out there. I don't know. That's just what's going on, right? I just read it. Okay, I'm not saying I believe in it 100%. I'm more like 95%.
Yeah,
I think we're all fucking toast. I do think we're all toast.
They're probably waiting for after the election.
Yeah. A lot of it is they just want to see their boy Trump get elected, and then they'll be like, "All right, we're here. Our boy's in."
They don't want the enslavement of the. They don't want the enslavement of the human race.
He won't let him in.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I kept him out.
Because she'll let him in.
Yeah,
we don't want those people.
They should really invade us during her administration so he can hang it around her neck.
Yeah. Speaking of Sydney Sweeney, Uncle Phil in the chat said we're sending Sydney Sweeney. I just saw a photo of Sydney Sweeney today. She's playing, I want to say like a wrestler or a boxer. You want to pull up that photo, okay? See if you can find.
Yeah.
She's playing a boxer, and she looks fucking ripped in it. And then I'll let you go. Matt. We'll get to Snap and then Gog Diddley and then Dylan. But yeah, we got to see. There's one photo that comes with this one. There's another photo of her sort of flexing her tricep. See, yeah, it's one other photo. Where did I see it? She almost looks like she's outside, like outside the set by the trailer. And
I think I found it.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Is that real? Is that a real try and buy right there, dude?
I think so.
She did a cycle of roids for this movie.
She did? Cycle. Oh, she had to. Yeah, for sure.
Maybe.
Well, she had to because there's no way she went from like dainty little busty petite to this.
She did like a bulking phase. She was buying those like big black drums of protein powder that say like gorilla belly muscle.
Yes, dude. Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely Fiona content, Exterminator. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. So I don't know if we're going to be sending her out there. Okay, we need to send someone. That's not on a cycle right now. But Matt, the stat. Thanks for the call, brother. Call us next week.
All right, we'll do.
All right, man. Have a good night.
See you, man.
Okay, see ya.
Real quick, Cass. I just have to get this out there. Courtesy of this Asmongold Gold stuff, I heard some story that he used to, as an alarm clock, maybe everybody already knows this, he used to use a dead rat as an alarm clock because there was a dead rat on his windowsill, and when the sun rose, it would like heat up the rat corpse and create a stink that would wake him up. Apparently that's a story he legitimately said himself. Maybe he's just exaggerating to seem like the ultimate shut-in, but that is like one of the grossest facts I've ever heard about a person.
Love the Hate is confirming that.
Damn,
that is
crazy. He should have lost OTK for that. He should have been stricken from the internet just for sharing that story. We needed to make like a wellness check and send him to jail.
Look, that's not a normal, like you're a slob, like a lovable slob thing. That is something is wrong with you level of you need help, like hoarder. You're gonna be you're gonna end up on hoarders. I think maybe the only thing that's keeping you from that is like you probably have money and you may have people come in and clean that up. But that is disgusting. Gog Diddley has more on Asmongold's house cleanup here after we get to Snap J, who's got a bone to pick with us. Snap J, who's obviously the owner of the catchphrase. What's up, Snap J? Welcome to Call Cass.
Hey, Cass. Hey, Case. How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Good
to hear from you,
Snap. Yeah, good to hear from you. Last time we spoke with you. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just like red helmet, red burger shot hoodie.
That's what you're wearing, is a red helmet, red burger. You're wearing a helmet while you're on the phone? Are you on a motorcycle or
it's prescribed?
A regular?
It's prescribed by a doctor.
Mm.
I got
okay. Is it
stacks, concussions? Yep.
You've got concussion. Yeah, you got to be careful. I think the helmet's probably a safe move. All right. Yeah, but you got to be careful.
I'm phase 4 or whatever that means. Like an
You're phase 4 concussion? I didn't know they did them in phases. Case, did you know that?
I thought it was just Marvel movies, but
yeah, I just thought it was Marvel movies. If it's anything like Marvel movies, we're hoping to see a phase 6.
It's going to get worse as the phases go.
Oh,
like Marvel movies.
Yeah, that is how those work.
Excuse me. Okay. Snap. Thank you, Snapchat. Last time we talked to you, I think we were sort of giving you a little bit of fashion advice and how to. And you sort of you sent a picture. Yeah, let me see if I can send it over to Case, and Case can show it on the stream.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick with y'all.
That's fair.
Okay, yeah, all right, that's fine. I mean,
we're all about honesty here, so
y'all made me look like an idiot.
Fuck. Okay.
What are you talking about?
You guys.
How'd we make you look like an idiot?
You made me look like I was a pimp. I look like a fool.
Oh.
Well, here's the photo. I just sent it. I just sent it to your Discord.
Snap, Jay. I think I see what might have happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You do look You do kind of look like a pimp a little bit, Snap. What was that about?
Y'all's directions, and then somebody told me you wearing a classic pimp outfit, and I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, and I was like, damn. I was like, I'm gonna call up. I gotta call up Kass and get his ass out.
You also kind of look like an influencer, though.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you look kind of like just like a TikToker, like something cool, like a cool dude, because it's obviously working. You've got a very handsome woman beside you there. I mean, did you find that people were attracted to this new? That's your best girl, Lonnie, huh?
The dudes loved Lonnie, but yeah, I was projecting a less than professional image. That's for certain.
Well,
they were scared off by my look. They thought I was gonna bitch slap them or something.
Well, have you thought about this, SnapJ? What if you keep the sunglasses, you keep the hat, obviously you keep the chain with what maybe is a skull on it, but you go with a full, we'll say like $6,000 Armani business suit, but like just a classic like simple black business suit.
Well, you know what I
like
did
a three-piece.
I did a 180, and we dressed up all business like. I got a briefcase with crackers in it, and I got a boys size large suit. I asked for the cheapest suit they got, and that's what they had. And
so you got a boys size large. Okay. So it sounds like you've completely changed what you've been wearing. So you're no longer wearing what you would call the pimp outfit.
Oh no, yeah, I'm all business now. I got the boy size large suit and tie.
Nice.
Just barely squeezing the button. It could fit. It's just like pulling it just a little bit, but I made it work.
If you can shop in boys large, that's just a great way to save money. Like that's just a smart business decision.
You get a whole lot, like the options just open up.
Yeah.
When you're a BL, you do a little of that boys large.
Not husky, large. Yeah.
No.
It's like sometimes it's cheaper to buy 2 kids meals as opposed to 1 adult meal. If you can get away with it.
Exactly, because you get 2 toys.
Yeah, you get double the toys.
Now you're talking.
And orange juice and a milk. Well, it sounds like
Hey,
Hey,
guess what?
Oh yeah, what's up?
I'm a dad too. I just became a father.
Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations. To what?
Yeah, my buddy Coyote Corvus, who turned out to be a chick, had a puppy, and my friend said it's a shame about Michael Jackson. Nobody would name kids Michael Jackson anymore, and I said, watch me. So I named the puppy Michael Jackson.
Wow, you're a puppy father to Michael Jackson.
So you're a father to a puppy, and you named it Michael Jackson. Did you?
Yeah.
And you named it Michael Jackson.
Dog.
Why? It's a coyote dog. So is it a coyote or is it a dog?
It's both. Hybrid. The best of both worlds.
What's the best part about it being a coyote?
Oh, it's just like a survivor,
It's
like it's
and
like
as a dog.
I mean, coyotes are kind of like elite runners. They're like marathons of like dog types.
Yeah, you're right. They're like the Kenyans of dogs. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, what about the dog side? What sort of the?
It's a shepherd that Mr. Meatballs, and that's Lonnie's dog. He impregnated Corvus, who I thought was a dude the whole time. Yep.
Oh, sounds like there's a lot of sort of interspecies stuff happening here. But is everyone happy and safe?
One interspecies.
Just one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm happy
good.
as hell for little Mikey Jackson. I named him out of spite, but I love him anyways.
Okay. Yeah. We're going with Mikey Jackson.
I like this. Well, he's a puppy right now, so he's little Mikey Jackson. When he grows up, I'll just call him Michael Jackson after that.
I think that's a cool name. Was there any other names that you were thinking about and pondering, or was Michael Jackson just sort of the one that?
You knew what you wanted.
No.
That's good.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I feel like it sounds like you guys are growing a nice little family there. Snap.
When I have a good idea, I just stick to it. I don't second guess things.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Yeah, this is a beautiful photo. Do you have any thoughts on Asmongold before we let you go?
Who? I don't know who that is.
You don't have an Asmongold. You're one of the luckiest people we know. Yeah, great. And you work at a burger shop, right?
Is that like the dude, the brother and the sister that almost make out with each other, that sing the music?
Yeah, that's them.
No, who's that? Was that the Donnie? Are you talking about Donnie Osmond?
Osmond Gold.
Mm-hmm.
The Osmond brother and sister. Yeah. No, this is you don't need to worry about it, Snap. If we don't want to have him enter your.
Yeah, don't bother gurgling.
Yeah, don't gurgle it. Yeah. Thanks, Snap. Thanks for the call, and hopefully you're not mad at us for. Honestly, it was an honest mistake on our end.
Yeah, you did look
I got
good.
it off my chest. I got to go set my dead rat alarm clock. Catchphrase.
Okay, he got us, man. He got us at the end there. That was really good. I'm glad things seem to really be looking up for him.
Yeah. When you're confident, you can really pull off any look, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's right. Gog Diddley has got some Asmongold. I'm so glad that he's suspended. We're talking about him for 2 hours. Gog Diddley, you've got Asmongold house cleanup stuff for us. By the way, welcome to Call Kass. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
We're hanging in, man. Yeah, we're talking, what the ins and outs of staying relevant online and the things you got to say to do it. And our buddy Asmongold seems to really just have it nailed.
Yeah, I mean, the house cleanup, I think, is just such a good thing. And I think not many people are acknowledging how good it is, because the guy has been insane. I mean, he fixes gums until they bleed and then wipes it on the walls. Like, the dude is truly a slob.
Hold on. Case is gonna pull up the photo of the cleaned up thing. I think it's on Twitter is where I saw Case. Gog, are you a Asmongold fan, or do you watch his content?
So a friend turned me on to him because I always watch his song, and he was like, I'm more of an Asmon fan, so I watch him mostly for research. It's great research. I don't know if I'd call myself a fan, but an avid watcher.
What kind of research are you doing when you watch? Yeah.
So I think he's a great case of median voter syndrome. He is the average American, and I think it's good to know how to reach average Americans.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Here's a photo of Asmongold sink before. If you would have told me, like, we found this archaeological dig site from like I don't know, like early, like maybe just 1800 saloon. You know, like this is where Wyatt Earp and what's his name?
In it. There's just a straight up spider on a knife.
A poisonous spider. It looks poisonous. Like he lives in Australia. By the way, doesn't he feel like he would have a nicer sink? Like, it doesn't seem like he really is spending his money, at least on the house.
No, the after is wild too. It's like broke Social Security, like grandma sink.
Is this real?
I think he lives in his. I'm not that much of a viewer, but I think he lives in like his old family house, and that he doesn't want to move.
Okay, that actually.
This looks like an excavation site. This looks like something you'd click on the Discovery Channel, and they're like, "We just found the first use of plates." 20 feet under the ground.
Hoarders. It's a hoarder's house.
He's absolutely fucking disgusting. But this is good, you're saying. Oh my God, what's this? That's his setup? He's like Perry Caravello.
It looks pretty
okay,
clean
you were
right
saying
there.
That's the cleaner side
you're
of it.
saying this is pretty good. Explain to us why this is good.
So I think that he actually acknowledged that, like, he's being a little bit toxic, and and that maybe, you know, coming from the guy who used to just go into WoW, start a guild, and then steal everything from the guild to, like, you know, understanding maybe he can say some things that are hurtful to other people. I think it's like, it shows that there's some growth, and that makes me hopeful for the election and for America. You know, the median voter has the ability to clean their sink once in their life.
That's a very nice way to look at it. I honestly like this line of reasoning quite a bit, Gwag.
I really like this. I like there's like an optimism. There's like a you believe in your fellow human, that we all have a chance to maybe potentially do the right thing, and if we aren't doing it, we can always change course, which I think is super hopeful.
Yeah. I mean, especially the fact that he said he doesn't want to hire cleaners and that it's his own mess. He's going to clean it himself. Like, I think it's, I think it's pretty good.
His wall is covered in like, this tells me that he's getting in his bed with like dirty shoes and then just putting them on the wall. Either that or he's bleeding on the wall.
No, he picks his, he has like very few teeth left, but he picks his gums and then wipes the blood on the wall.
Oh my God. That is so much worse than anything I could have imagined.
I would have rather had a booger wall. What? Can you show me? Can you pull up some close-ups of his teeth or just his face potentially?
Yes.
What? That's unreal, dude. I just thought he was a greasy video gamer kid. He could be the king of some of the most decrepit sort of basement dwelling.
He must have had his teeth fixed. I think, right? Because they look.
I don't think he's really like had a lot done. I think he said something like he's done so much damage they can't really do much.
He seems to have most of his teeth in all these photos, but I can't.
Tasty says, just FYI,
all of his back teeth are gone.
No.
Wow, dude, what does he
I'm
eat?
not. That's just what he said. I haven't like examined his mouth or anything, but.
Okay, just real quick. Tasty says, FYI, Asmon already told his viewers on Reddit that he will return on his anti-DEI slop once he's back. So is this all just for show? Or is this...
Well, I think he still has some views against DEI. I think he was mostly just apologizing for the comments saying that the Palestinians deserve to be genocided because of their culture. And he realized that they're not a monolith and that most of them are probably kids and don't have a culture. And so that's mostly what he's apologizing for.
Damn, dude. He is their culture. Asmongold is their god.
Yeah. 100%. He is the WoW king. Like, you ever met the troll in like WoW or Minecraft or RuneScape? He is 100% like the king troll.
Our poor Ovely is probably in daily contact with him. MSG points out. Woke culture war stuff is how he's been making his bread recently. Yeah, it's been a lot of people who can't seem to get traction on talent alone, seem to have to sort of take a fiery political stance. This is always good. Damn. Always good.
I will say, as someone who's listened to him a lot on his culture war stuff, like, a lot of people just say that he's just against DI, but I think his nuanced takes, like, his community is complete trash, but his actual take is that, like, if your entire identity goes around DEI and your entire game is about DEI, it's going to be trash because that's all you're focused on instead of making an actual game. I think that's mostly his through point, and I think in some cases, like, you can see, like, if you just make a character's main divining thing is that they're gay or whatever, it can, like, really hinder other aspects. But I think he does just fuel his community way too hard.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in Asmongold's lane, they have like the shred of a point about how a lot of corporate kind of identity finessing can feel really inauthentic. Like, I've experienced this at a fair number of places I work with where they trot out like diversity initiatives or they kind of pat themselves on the back for being representative when kind of on the whole they're not. or sometimes there's like intellectual properties that feel like they're doing that in a disingenuous way. I think where it like falls apart for me is they're just so focused on it. Like they can't just either be like, oh, I don't like this game, or like they pinpoint on like it's the diversity inclusion stuff that is ruining this game. Often even in games that are completely fine. It's like the issue with like a game like Starfield to me wasn't that they allowed you to like choose genders. It was like just a kind of poorly thought out, overly large game. But they kind of like, it feels like they hang so much of their animosity around what's ultimately like a fairly minor quibble, and at best like, oh well, that reads as a little inauthentic, but like kind of harmless in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is why I think it's good that he's cleaning his place, because, you know, I think when you have a clean place, you can get a clean mind. I'm a clean person, and I think it really helps you work things out. And I know that this is like the start of his journey, and I know there's going to be a lot of people that say he can't change, and it's going to be really hard for him to change. I don't doubt that, but I think that, you know, this is a step, and I've never seen him take any step other than into the abyss of a bloody wall. So, you know, I'm going to be optimistic about it.
I think that's a good point. I think there's a bunch of moves he could have made. This seems to be what we would consider a positive step. Even if it doesn't last, it's still better than him not doing this for his mental health. You know, he could have just doubled down on more blood on the walls, like you said, filling up the sink. Who knows what else? I mean, if that's the stuff we can just see, who knows what he's doing that we can't see? I don't like it.
It is
he
insane
seems like
having
the type
an
of dude to
entire
have a cum drawer
company, and the core of it is like this guy's blood-covered, like sock-filled room. Like he has like a multi-million-dollar company, and he's wiping blood on his walls and like sleeping on old laundry. It's just so
yeah.
And you can really feel it too when you're around him. I will say.
Yeah, I gotta imagine that there is a sort of like a negative aura that comes off somebody who's in their, because there is a depressive. You're kind of depressed, right? Can we all agree on like if you're living in that, you have some level of depression,
something, yeah.
Something,
yeah,
and it could
be he's had some hard parent life and other things, and I think he 100% is depressed, and he grew up poor. I mean, look at his teeth, man. He's like wasted away his half of his mouth, and you know, pretty much can't get it back. He's not a happy man. He goes and raids his entire WoW server and dips out to another server like in his early days, and all the way to, you know, saying it's kind of okay that people get genocided. They suck. Like I think you gotta be super depressed to think all that.
Yeah.
He's in his own sort of bubble, his own echo chamber. He doesn't seem like he probably leaves his house often. And when you leave your house, that's where other people are, and other people is how you hear other points of view. So, you know, luckily he's sort of found out that maybe his point of view in this case was.
Sometimes when you say something out loud to an actual person, you're like, wait a minute, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
I need to stop talking like this.
Yeah, you can actually see the look on their face, which is something that you kind of lose when you're on a live stream and all you're just reading his chat. Gog, thank you so much for calling in. Thanks for hanging on the line while we got to you, and appreciate you. Call us next week with the next hot topic, will you?
Yeah, thanks, Gog.
Will do. Thanks.
Thanks, Gog. All right, final caller of the day is Dylan, who's wants to talk movies. It's Movie Monday for Dylan.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Tasty Zero says, I appreciate Diggly passion, hope for the guy. But I think it's way too late for redemption. Asmon, sorry he got caught and not much else. The whole I'm cleaning you guys is just part of the return arc to his fan base and no one else. I think point being is you're probably right, but it is better than an alternative action, which is him doubling or tripling down on the whole thing and causing more of a a rift or a divide.
Yeah,
But,
if he's
yeah, you're
sincere,
probably right.
it's good that he's sincere. Like, I'm not saying it redeems him or not. I don't know. It really just depends on the person watching him and how they feel. But it is, to your point, it's really hard to tell with these creators if it's sincere or a ploy, or even if it is sincere, if it doesn't ultimately become kind of a grift to just milk it for money, because every aspect of their life is being milked for views just by the nature of the platform. So, he's in a weird position to where if he is sincere, it's actually hard to make progress because he's going to get pulled back in by all the temptations of like money and also just the ease of turning on a computer, ignoring the smell of dead rats behind you and talking about
That's
whatever's
unreal.
hateful.
That is I can't believe the dead rat thing. I need a clip of that or something if anyone wants to find it. Dylan, what's going on? By the way, welcome Dark Slide. Thanks for hanging in the chat. Dylan, what's up, buddy? Welcome to Call Kass.
Guys, thank you. We're gonna shoot off 2 moments here. This is my DV Tuesday moment.
Okay, yeah.
Also,
all right.
but it's Monday. And we get my actual Twitter wall moment, but it's real, right?
Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Anyway, so on Monday, you guys would be surprised what's going on in the cinemas these days, what you should be going and watching.
Yes. Oh, love this. Absolutely.
So you got the 20th anniversary of Shaun of the Dead, and there are movie theaters showing this movie coming up on Tuesday.
Nice.
You know what, Dylan? By the way, you have the perfect voice for this. You really do.
Oh my gosh! Stop right now, you guys. That's a badass compliment. That's a super badass compliment.
You got a perfect voice. It's a little bit like movie phone, but like more modern. You know what I mean? It's perfect. All right, I love hearing this.
That once or twice in my whole
Mm-hmm.
life.
It's true. Now you know
Also,
I just validated it. Yep.
anniversary, 35th anniversary. Back to the Future Part 2. Also being shown on the 19th and the 21st in movie theaters right now. Select movie theaters. I don't have a list of all of them. You guys got to find them.
Okay, that's fair. We can Google it.
35th. I actually like Back to the Future 2 the best out of the Back to the Futures.
Okay, that's your slapper. One. That's the one that slaps the hardest for you. What about Kass?
It slaps.
Mm-hmm. I'm a sucker for Evil Future Biff, aka Donald Trump prediction.
That's right.
I'm just a sucker for Biff in general, and I do feel like that's the most Biff heavy movie, so it's also my favorite.
Yeah, it's hard Biff. Yep.
Is it really the Biff heaviest movie? Because his old school, Mad Dog Cannon, you get a whole movie full of Biff. A whole Mad Dog in the
That's
third
true.
one, man.
I've grown to like 3
one?
more, but it used to feel like a betrayal to me as a kid for some reason. I was like, no, I want the hoverboard back.
Yeah, we like the technology, the future Pepsi.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what else you got? What else is coming?
Oh, a little throwback besides Lube Chef? Let's see. Okay. Coming out on DVD. I don't have a rapid fire cart like Chris Gore. Sorry, I wasn't ready enough for that.
No worries. Right. Yeah, you're crushing this.
I like you way more than Chris Gore already.
Well, thank you. So check this out. November 5th, we got Kevin Smith's 4:30 movie coming out on DVD.
Oh.
Did you know he made a new movie?
What is for? This I meant to see this. I saw the preview for this, and I thought it looked good.
But it's got Clerks vibe to it, right?
It has
but it's
more
not
of a Clerks vibe, yeah.
It has a great Clerks vibe to it. It's a throwback to like old Kevin Smith. This is what people are saying is good Kevin Smith. I can't say it's good or bad Kevin Smith. All I know is one of the best movies I've seen this year.
Oh, you saw it?
I did see it.
And you said it's one of the best movies you've seen this year?
Yes, sir. And
oh,
there was only 2 people in the movie theater with me, including my brother.
So it's you, your brother, and just one stranger.
And the guy came in late. The movie had already started, and the other man who joined the movie theater came in late.
Damn, that's too bad. Because I did think this looked promising, and then I completely forgot. I assumed I'd hear about it again when it came out, but I guess I didn't.
I like Kevin Smith.
This Austin kid, he killed it. He carried this movie to the end. Everybody else felt like a cherry on top. And you see these cameos and stuff. No, this Austin kid, he carried this movie like a champ.
Damn.
That's great. Yeah, I'm pumped for this. Before, honestly, I saw the thing. I'm like, ooh, like, how come no one's I know is talking about this? Maybe it's because it's bad, but I'm so glad to hear that you liked it. I'll definitely check it out.
So check it out. This same year, we have another movie in this late 80s, early 90s vibe, Snack Shack on Amazon.
Snack Shack. Okay.
Has a great vibe. You're going to watch the preview. You guys are going to be like, wow, what a great vibe. What a great summer flick combination. Even though we're ending out the end of the hot years, the hot months, we're getting into the chilly weather. These movies have a great vibe.
Damn. I'm going to have to check out Snack Shack.
90s throwback. Yeah. It's because everyone that's nostalgic for this time are the ones making movies. So we're getting a ton of 90s nostalgia. The 80s stuff obviously has kind of been around for a sec, but now you're getting a lot of 90s.
Yeah, there's like a Freddy Freaker movie. We must be in the 90s strike zone.
Dude, we can't wait for the Freddy Freaker movie.
So that is a little bit of Movie Monday. I don't want to drag it on too much. I don't want to go into Box Office Mojo because we all know what's taking a dump and what's not, right?
I think the Joker's taking a dump, right? It got dumped.
Oh, yeah. It took a bit of a shit. Yeah.
But Megalopolis is doing great, right? Megalopolis did good?
Yeah, no, it's also... Sorry, guys.
And we do have quite a few things picking up. Terrifier 3, and you can stream the other 2 right now on a lot of streaming sites, actually.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for Terrifier 3. I'm hoping it kind of hits VOD by the time before Halloween, but I might have to go see it in the theater because it's apparently beat Joker 2 in its box office.
When Kendall and I were there, it seemed like most people were there to see Terrifier.
And it is interesting to see what else is kind of doing money because there's other movies that are being played right now. Hocus Pocus is in theaters right now, and there are quite a few other scary movies, and Beetlejuice, the original, is being played right now, while Beetlejuice is being played. So you have a lot of opportunity to see movies you've never seen before in theaters, and you just got to kind of jump online and see what your local movie theaters have for you to enjoy. Because I really, really think it's important for people to get into the theater and pay for what they used to like to watch, because that's what they still want to see. They don't want to see the old version exactly, right? I mean, why not? They want to see something that caters to what they like. And if you don't go pay for the movies you want to see, they're not going to make them.
Yeah, you're right. I should go see Terrifier 3. Dylan, what a terrific movie introduction and a premiere of Movie Monday. Fantastic job.
Can we call back on Monday, please?
Absolutely.
Oh, please. I was going to ask you, call back next week. And then if you want to give us the winners and losers of the box office for that weekend, would love to get a quick roundup.
Box Office Mojo numbers for you, Kass. No problem. Lube Chef, we will be on waiting for the next delivery from your bakery anytime you can afford, Case.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate your guys' time.
I'll hit the Lube Chef
Thank you, Dylan. That was fantastic. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you next week. Man, that was great. What a way to end it. I loved Movie Monday. I want to see Movie Monday back next week. I don't know what's coming out. We should have asked him to give us a preview of what's coming out that weekend.
It was our first Movie Monday, so we'll get more used to it as we go.
I fucked it. I should have fucking told him.
It's your first time, Kass. Like, it happens. I get it.
Okay. All right. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another fantastic call, Kass. It's been really nice to get to know you guys for the last hour and 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes. I want to thank the subscribers. App Steve for hitting 21 months. Boner Salad, like I said, hit her a year. Dank Sauce, thanks for the raid. Metal Chaos hit 22 months. Metal Chaos, welcome back. Stony back for 23 months. Snorlaxin back for 24 months. 2 years. And Super Beast for 20 months. Thank you guys so much for tuning in every week. Make sure you support Case on his streams during the week. When's your next stream, Case?
I think I'll stream tomorrow. I should have time. Probably I'll be kind of on like a Monday to Wednesday and then earlier Thursday, and then maybe not on Fridays for a while.
Okay, great. I'll hope to see you guys potentially at the end of the week. Call of Duty coming out this week. I gave a shout out to Dank Sauce, our call screener. Go give him a follow, support the stream. He does the call screening for free out of the kindness of his own heart. He's a fantastic GTA RPer. If you enjoy funny dudes doing funny things online, go support him. He's a member of our community. And we will see you Wednesday for the Patreon. Are you good for Wednesday this week, Case? I should also ask you because I know you got the gig.
I think I am, yeah. I think I should be good to go.
Okay. This week it's Wednesday. It's the week after that we'll have to find a different night other than Wednesday for me. But this week it's Wednesday. We'll see you guys there. We're going to finish the Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix.
Oh, baby.
And then we'll find something else to watch.
Any thoughts on Vince before you go, Cass? Any quick words?
Honestly, so far, they haven't really touched on too much. They have a little bit of the Trish Stratus stuff from the last episode. But like, I was really fascinated by the Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon dynamic.
Yeah.
Him almost having a storyline where he impregnated his own daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, could you imagine having that been an actual storyline?
I can, unfortunately.
Absolutely a scumbag. Absolutely will do anything for ratings and money. But I am having a blast watching it because it's just a lot of fun footage that's sending me down memory lane. So, yeah. It's been good. One last episode. Then we'll find out something else, what we're going to watch after that. I have not caught up on Penguin. I've not caught up on Agatha. So I've got a lot of TV to watch. We're going to need somebody else to call and do a TV version of what Dylan did today. That would be great.
I get sucked into politics like all these streamers, and I forget that we can just talk about movies.
Dude, we should just go... You should do a character on a whole other channel. No one will know it's you. You do full makeup, do full thing, and then just say the most crazy shit. I bet you within 6 months we get you to the top.
Oh yeah. Lithuanians are entering the country on ski-doos.
Oh no, they're so tall and white. They're good at basketball. Okay, thank you guys so much. I'll see you Wednesday. Thanks, Case.
Thank you. All right, everybody, I'm sending you Christian's way. Cass, I don't know if you're rating anybody, but Christian is on. I'll be rating him.
I already started. Go tell them the rate is from both of us. It says it's from both of us.
Yeah. Tell them that the rate is from both of us, even though Cassim didn't do it. Say hi to Christian from Cassim and I. I should be on tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, to do a little bit of news. If you just need to hear more about the wonderful things going on in the world, but also mostly just people yelling at each other with little cartoon faces on my face. Okay, have a great rest of your night, everybody. Say hi to Christian for